Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, okay. It looks like my avatar is making sound, so that's good. Let's turn on the camera. Now, to anyone who doesn't want to see an animal being butchered, uh, it, no, it's not bloody. It's been hanging overnight. But yeah, I'm going to turn on the camera, so just be fair warned. This is for Yeah, this is for educational. This is the way a lot of Canadians get a significant portion of their meat when you live in the countryside, and it is a very traditional way of getting meat that's been practiced in Canada for by the native peoples and my own family for generations. So there we go. So this is a deer that I legally shot last night. The ticket's been processed and everything. It's a 2 point buck. It's probably about 2 years old, and it's been hanging up overnight. And I don't know what I'm doing. This is only the second time I've really done this solo. So I'm going to uh, get the tenderloins out first, and they're right in the loin area, uh, right right underneath there. So we're gonna try and get those out. And but I'm not going to be live for very long because I've got to take care of this. So I've got some serious business to do. But let's start with getting those out. I don't know if you can see those very well, but yeah, they're right in there. And I had to drag it about a mile out of the woods, so there's some leaves and hair and stuff in there. So I got to first thing is to wipe the hair off and any of the leaves. Now when it dries overnight, there's a the film develops over the meat, and it's a protective sort of coating that just sort of forms. It's clear, and and everything sort of hardens up, and it allows you to, like, the meat is not sticky really anymore until you cut into it, and so you can wipe off. You can wipe off all the hairs and contamination. And hello, Alistair's Queen Emma. Hopefully you can hear me very well. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But yeah, I'm going to turn on some light on this. The sun was out. It was much brighter earlier. But there we go. Hopefully eh, maybe that helps. But yeah, let's see what we can do here to get these tenderloins out. Okay, does that help? Ooh, I think that helps. Yeah, that might help. That might help a little bit with the light. There, oh, and the sun's coming out too, so that's good. And oh, hi, Alistair's Queen Emma says she's in school today. She's or not in school because you're feeling sick. Oh, that's too bad. Well, maybe you can help me carve up this deer. Thanks for being here, by the way. Yeah, hopefully some other people might join the chat. I sent it out on Twitter, so let's find out. But yeah, let's get some tenderloins out. Now, yeah, let's first. I guess we start with wiping it down, and I've just got a clean cloth. And like I said, there's a film that has developed over the meat, so it'll allow me. It's not sticky, so I can just wipe it clean. And sometimes there's chunks of fat that come out, and yeah, that deer fat, it's waxy. It's not like beef fat, so it's really not good for consumption. So I'm just going to make a little pile here for my the dogs in the neighborhood that enjoy that sort of thing. Oh yeah, we jugged this down the mountain, my brother and I. Shout out to Murdog. He's got a YouTube channel, Murdog, Mur, and he lives around the corner, so he helped me. He's got to work right now, but so he helped me drag this down the mountain last night, and it was dark by the time we got it. We had it field dressed, which basically means gutting it in the field. And by the time we got it field dressed, it was dark just about. So unfortunately, I had been up in that area behind my house here on Crown land or public land. We call it Crown land here in Canada because we're still affiliated with the Crown of England. And just wipe that down. Now, I should really get a stick in here and spread this guy out like that. Oh man, that'd make things easier, wouldn't it? What do I have? Oh, well, shit, I have a boatload of wood beside me and some kindling. So I think I'm going to grab some kindling and spread that guy out. Huh. Okay, apparently some knucklehead burned all the kindling last night, so I got to cut some kindling. All right, kindling cut. All right, I'm just going to spread that guy out with this, and we'll go from there. And I've got it supported by 2 ropes, just in case one lets go up top. This thing weighs, I'd say, over 100 pounds. Even, well, now that it's gutted, maybe just around 100 pounds, but it was sure heavy last night, let me tell you. Oh, that's too big. No, that's not going to fit in there. Damn it. All right, well, I guess I can cut it. The beauty of axes. Blunt force trauma with a wedge. Awesome. All right, so let's just get right in here. Come on. Holy shit. I need Ranko Steve to get in here and hold this for me. Okay. Where's my brother? Murdog, if you're watching, you can join at any time. Because it was cold last night, this animal was a wee bit stiff. There. Stepping in deer fat. Let's see if we can get a. Is that better? That might be better. Okay. So, yeah. This is one tenderloin, and that's the other tenderloin. So let's get those guys out. You can see there's a little bit of hair. You can see that against my shirt. There's a little bit of deer hair. It's white. So deer hair has oil on it, and it can affect the taste of the meat. So you got to get it off. And it's better to do it when it's cold. All right. All right. Let's cut something out here. It defeats the purpose. You have hair on the knife. All right. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to go along and follow the natural divisions in the muscle. Each muscle is sort of separated by a little membrane, I suppose, and they sort of fit into their own groups. So they sort of, you can see. Now, I know if there's professional butchers out there, you're probably yelling at your screens right now. That's fine. I understand. Like I said, not a professional. I'm just trying to get myself some fresh local meat for, the price of basically a rifle and some ammunition and a license. And want to get some meat that is free of hormones. And it is been eating plants in the wild around my house. Talk about the 2 kilometer diet. Now there's the sun. Okay, so I'm just getting in against the spine here and sort of sliding my knife down using the bone as sort of a guide. And okay, that little chunk I accidentally got. So that's a little tidbit that just goes right in the frying pan there. And now, oh yeah, there we go. Starting to separate now. Starting to separate off the animal. And it's a good sharp knife. I did sharpen it just prior to this. Now this is, I'm by professional standards, this is butchering. Make no mistake. I'm probably using the wrong knife according to a lot of people, but that's the best knife I have. All right, so there's going to be some little side scraps that are going to be delicious, but as far as the main, just get that little bit of dirt off of there, and hair, but basically that can go right in the frying pan as a tenderloin. Let me see if there's, yeah, there you go. There's the deer tenderloin. And yeah, that's a little bit, that scraggle little piece shouldn't really be there. I could have done better with that. But yeah, there we go. There's a tenderloin. And a little scraggly piece, that tastes delicious. That's just going to go right in the frying pan too. Just clean that up. And if there's a couple of leaves or pine needles in there, you know what? That just adds to the flavor. That's just nature. That's just nature. Okay, some of the hair off. Boy, there are pine needles on there. But that is a nice looking piece of meat. And it's tasty. Now, what does deer taste like? Um, if done properly, it can taste. Uh, would I say it tastes like a really good cut of beef? Maybe. It might. Yeah, I guess you could sort of compare it to beef. It certainly tastes more like beef than it does pork or chicken. And hello, Miss Catonic Madman. Hello to you, sir. I just got out the tenderloin. One tenderloin. This animal has one on each side, and that's just against the spine, right in the groin loin area. So there. This animal is maybe 2 years old. So that's just going to go right in the frying pan. Okay, there we go. Gamey is what it's been described as. Yes, if the animal maybe didn't die right away, and this animal was shot right through the heart. I mean, I couldn't believe it. You want to aim uh, right below the point of the shoulder here. The deer have an elbow, a shoulder elbow there. So right behind there, uh, that's the exit wound. But I shot him on the other side, right there, and that's where the heart and lungs are. And I shot him. I shot this animal. I usually keep the heart, and I try and eat every part of this animal. But the heart was destroyed. I shot it right through the heart, which was a really good shot. But so it died right away. But if you don't get it, fatal shot right away, it can run, and then the meat can, yeah, you've got adrenaline going through it, and there's a lot of ways you can ruin this animal, and or leaving it out in warm temperatures. But if done right, and I'm not saying I'm an expert, I'm certainly not, but if done right, and the one I did last year too was done right, it tasted like a really high quality beef. Just really, uh, but venison. It's sort of like, yeah, like a wild ant. Like, yeah, it's not. It's so hard to describe. It's a wonderful wonderful cut. And Miss Platonic Madman, I will put your chat up there. I don't have a lot of time to pay attention to actually putting chats on the screen, um, but I will put yours up there. My uncle hunted deer when I was a kid. The venison was good. It tasted different than other meats. It does. It does. And hello, Anomas. Hello to you. Good to have you here. I'm just going to be a short little while. I'm just going to get out the other tenderloin, and I might cut off this. I might cut off this leg. Um, this is the veggie drawer out of my freezer, and I'm going to put it in a brine. I'm going to put that leg, the hind quarter, in a brine, and my buddy has a smoker. And after putting it in the brine for 3 days, we're gonna smoke it for 12 hours, and it's gonna. Oh my God! Last year's was fantastic. But anyway, I'm gonna get this other tenderloin out, and there's still scraps in here that are gonna be delicious. It's not pretty, but it's still tenderloin meat. All of this stuff here, I mean, it's scraggly, but that is freaking tenderloin, ladies and gentlemen. And Adamat, I don't know if you're a butcher, but forgive my lack of skill. I'm just trying to get some good, wholesome meat for myself and learn how to do it, right? That's how you learn how to do stuff. Men, I'm on a show called Manorama with Rancor Steve, and even before that, I was doing sort of men's wilderness videos, sort of give an idea to what it's like to do some of this stuff. And the best way to do it is just get in there and learn. I talked to my brother. He's an excellent teacher. Don't tell him I said that. Murdoch, if you're watching, you are an excellent teacher. And yeah, just try to do the best we can. And this fat glob here, deer fat is not like beef fat. It's waxy. All right, you don't want to use that in your cooking or eating. Maybe in a stew, but it's waxy and it sticks to your teeth. And hey, Suzanne, I see you there. And Greek letters, hello to you. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, I'm just going to get out this tenderloin quick as I can here without fucking it up too much. So I'm just going to go against the spine, starting at the top. And now that I've wiped all the debris off and hair for the most part, and I didn't touch the tenderloin with the bullet or the trauma from the bullet. That's right up here. I don't know if you can see the bullet hole, but it's right there. And this is the other one up here. I shot it on the other side right there, and it exited this one here. I do have a sort of a local road that leads to the woods, actually, out to the lake. It's out front of my house. So I'm not in like the remote wilderness, but I'm very much in the in the countryside, uh, far away from the craziness. Okay, and I'm just following down along the spine and separating that muscle, and there are some little scraggly bits of tenderloin that are just delicious, and we're not gonna waste those. Those will go right in an omelet or something. Make sure there's no dirt in it, and if there's a little bit of dirt in it, whatever, it helps your immunity. All right, so now I'm just gonna keep cutting it away from the bone and sort of follow the contour of the bone with the knife and sort of scrape the tenderloin off. I'm not a professional, so if there's any professional butchers out there, I apologize to you for offending you. And then I'm just going to cut along the other side. And yeah, we can get rid of this fat. Like I said, this fat is waxy. I'm sure there's like, I feed it to the local dogs, and there might be a use for it. I'll try and research that, but this fat it's not good for eating as it is. Might be good for candles. Might be good for candles. I'll have to look into that because there are some hippies around here that make candles. Friends of mine. All right, let's see. Is that going to separate and come out? And I can show you this other tenderloin. We'll get these cooking up. And then I got to go. All right. So I got to take this seriously and get this animal processed. Before it gets any warmer. It's about 5 degrees, 4 degrees right now, which is what your Celsius, which is your refrigeration temperature. For those of you Americans, that's what you basically want your commercial refrigeration to be at for your fridge or your household fridge. About 4 degrees. So there are some scraggly bits that I'm going to clean off of that. And you don't want to, stuff like this, like the fat and the sinew and that, you don't want to leave that attached to a really good cut of meat because it might affect the flavor. You just want the nice meat. And the rest of this, I'll put in an omelet or give to my local favorite doggies. But yeah, I'm going to use every bit of this animal, treat it with all the respect that a wonderful animal deserves. This is delicious venison. There we go. We're just cleaning all the hair and the fat off of that. Okay, so folks, there is the tenderloin. Yeah, we'll get the sunlight on there. That is a tenderloin from the deer. And yes, I know it's a little bit, it's not as clean as, other people could do. I'm certainly not a professional. Say that right away, but I do the best I can, and I learn. That's all you can do as a man, right? Learn uh, every day. So yeah, we're just gonna throw that bad boy right there. So we've got two tenderloins and some stuff up here. There's stuff there to cook for the omelets. So hey, DJ Play Nice, good to see you. Uh, so there's getting the tenderloins out of a deer. This is a 2-year-old buck. The tenderloins were right here, one on each side of the spine. There's still some good soft meat in there I'm going to carve up. And then I'm going to, well, I guess I still have a bit of time. I guess let's separate this leg. You guys want to, let's cut the leg off this bad boy, hey? Let's do it. It all tastes the same and keeps you alive, Ananas? I don't know if all meat tastes the same. I have my favorite meats. But you can see where this leg might, just by the movement, you can see where this muscle group sort of ends right there. And this is my Moira knife. This is a Swedish full tang knife. It's only about 3 inches long, but it's really got a fantastic handle. I love Moira knife for doing stuff like this. I'm sure professional butchers are going to say this is not the right knife and they've got better knives, but this is what I got. So, yeah, Suzanne, a 2-year-old. One more will definitely get me through the winter and into the spring, Suzanne. And I can legally get 2 more, a mule deer and another whitetail. So I've got 9 days left to get a whitetail and another month to get a mule deer. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. But it's busy. It's busy as shit. I'm helping. Construction season is quickly coming to an end, so we're trying to wrap up projects before the snow comes. It's getting in some bonfire wood. There's a lot of winterization stuff going on for the RV and the house. There's a lot going on right now, and so this takes up hours. And if I get another deer, that'll be basically another 2 days gone of by the time you get it and then process it. And it's a lot of work, but it's wonderful. It's fresh meat that you know is not affected with any hormones. There, I'm just gonna cut, and I'm just doing the best I can. I'm not a professional, but I'm just gonna cut right along this muscle group here and get this back leg off here. Right into there. Basically his ass. Now, before you turn up your nose, don't forget, the bacon comes from the ass end of a pig. So I don't care what you say, ass meat is delicious. Now there's another there's another muscle group there. I'm gonna leave that intact and cut away from that because I'm not sure. That looks like a separate cut of meat. So I'm just following the muscle groups as best I can with the knife. And there's a hip joint in there somewhere I'm gonna have to manipulate and crack it. And I think that's it right there. Okay, yeah, I can see there's a little meniscus, a little film, if you will, that separates the different muscle groups. And you can sort of, yeah, and remember, always cut towards yourself, folks. No, that's a joke. That's an old Boy Scout joke. But you just sort of follow the natural separation. And there, I don't know if you can see that. But it is coming. And we're just gonna. Oh, that's a good bit of meat. I think. Okay, that good bit of meat was probably supposed to be part of that leg. But that's a nice little. That's awesome. I'm gonna keep that too. Now I got to clean this leg up because there is some hair on it and some leaves. But let's get right in at the joint. Ugh. And you don't have to cut bone. You see that? I didn't cut bone, and I just used this little knife. But you just separate all around, and that ball, there's the ball, the hip bone, the ball of the hip bone, that just pops right out. And holy shit, that's better than 5 pounds. I don't know if it's 10, but you know what? I bet you that is 10 pounds. Yeah, I bet you that is 10 pounds. Anyway, I'm going to clean this up and put it right in the veggie drawer. And I'm going to brine it for a couple of days. This is a heavy son of a bitch. Okay. I'm going to end the stream because I got to put this down. Yeah, Suzanne, I think it is an easy 10 pounds. I'm just stronger than I thought I was. DJ Play Nice, you come to Vernon in the Okanagan in British Columbia and I'll share. Okay, you get there and I'll come pick you up. Anyway, I got to put this down and deal with this. So I got to end the live stream. Sorry to end it abruptly, but we're going to end. I gotta put this down. Thanks, folks, and we'll do some more. We'll do some more later.